Okay, guys, that is the little oasis, the little outpost in the sand, in the dunes. I normally turn up my brightness on my videos. Promise you I won't be doing that today. Good lord, is it bright out here. What is going on, geeks? UniteTheClans here, back in yo life with some Ark Survival Evolved here on the Ragnarok server. This is the Ragnarok Explorers series. Welcome. Check this thing out. Last episode, I did a complete guide to Scotland, and I missed this thing. This, people told me, is the artifact of the Massive, and there is a place to get it, and I have been in Scotland since this game, long before this map was official. We've been playing here since May, and this is the region I have spent the most time in because I love and adore it. Take a look at how fantastic it is. Amazing. But apparently, if you ride up the rivers, you're going to be able to find a hidden little cave with an artifact inside. And that is how we're going to be starting today's video. Speaking of starting today's video, guys, let's get this off on a good foot. I would love to see how many likes an episode of Ragnarok Explorers could get. I never ask, and I never ask at the beginning. So go ahead, crush it. I think, like, 300. Seriously. Easy. So let's see what we can do, guys. Thank you for the support on this series up till now. A couple of the episodes here have blown up, and they've gotten in front of a lot of new eyes, and it's brought new people into this series. And it's YouTube doing a good thing this time around. They're bringing people in, and they're bringing them in, and getting them into a whole series of videos. And we're pretty much here, by the way, guys. It's right under this bridge. I found it earlier. One of these little rocks off to our left is concealing a hidden cave, and we're gonna figure out which one it is. That one? Something over here? I think it might have been that one back there. This is not a thing. Okay, yeah, let's try this one right over here. Let's try this. Come on, guys, we can do it. Tell me there's a hidden cave back here. Okay. Okay. Let's wait. Let's wait. You ready for this beast? No? That wasn't it. It's not that one. Alright, guys, the search continues. I appear to have got it wrong on the first attempt, but I know hiding somewhere up here there is a rock that obscures a cave entrance. And it's in a little nook. Oh, there! That's it right there. Okay. So, these are the rocks. There might normally be another one here. But here, let me do this for you guys. So not quite in the shadow of that bridge, right a little further upstream, 2177. And we're going to do this. Let's take a look. Let's smash this. Let's back up and we'll see what's on the inside. Come on. Yes. Okay. All right, guys, we've done it. This is the spot. Let's go get a torch out. There we go. Little tip. If you have the torch sparkler skin, drag white paint onto it, and the light that you get is like an electric light. It's fantastic. So I came here earlier just to scout and make sure that it was a thing, but I didn't break the rocks, so I don't know what hides within. That is a small entrance, and it's not crazy dark. Could you fit? You couldn't fit a horse through here, could you? Let's give it a try. Let's just find out for sure. I want to know. Because if so, people are going to want to know this. So no, doesn't look like a horse can fit. I don't know what dinos can fit. Even if you're on follow me, try following me in here. This is my new horse, by the way, guys. We're going to take a minute and go look at my other horses. No. Okay, so no, definitely no horse. You stay put. And let's go see what we can find. Alright, guys, here we go. Oh, baby! There it is. That's our artifact of the Massive. Ooh, and there's more over here. Okay, we'll come back for this. We'll grab this last because that's a light source. Oh! Oh, yes! So there's a cave in the jungles that has some stuff in it that vaguely resembles this. But that is cool. So it's a decomposed body, stone axe, wooden shield. He's been picked apart by arrows. Wearing some hide pants. Look at missed arrows. Oh, look at this. The man's been chased in here, and he was going with a water jar in hand for this back room. And this is where you would go to make your water jar. It's a little hidden crystal cave. And has somebody been here? No, that is purely... Here. Yeah, that is purely a decorative. So the man was hiding in here, living amongst the crystal, and that's it. Okay, so there you go, guys. Another crystal cave in Scotland. I showed you one last episode during that complete guide, and I had a lot of fun doing that. People saying, give us another complete guide, show us more regions. I'm not sure I know more regions well enough, but in the third chunk of this video, the last chunk, I'm going to ask you guys to give me a little advice on what to do next, where we go after this. But for now, I got a plan. We are going to leave. I'm going to head back to Scotland. I'm going to show you my new hossies in the cave. I'm going to show you all the ones we tamed, all the ones we bred, and then we're going to take one, most likely, we're going to get spun around, most likely this fella, and we're going to ride for the desert. It's going to be a good day. All right, guys, sit back, and I will be right back in your life. I'm pretty sure I showed it off, but those are your final coordinates, 21.4, 77.2, and this, guys, is my new hoss. We bred this one up, and we tamed, I think, 3 or 4 during a sort of little impromptu stream last Friday night. I have only ever done one stream from this server in this series, and it was way, way back in the day, but I needed to tame horses, and I teased putting it in an episode, and I realized this is the Explorers Club episode. You don't need to see horse taming, horse breeding, so we did it on a live stream. If you guys are you would enjoy checking that out. I tend to do all my live streams to YouTube for the time being. At least click that little notification bell thing. I think it'll tell you when I put out new videos, and it will definitely tell you when I go live on YouTube. Follow me around here, guys. This is the entrance to our big community cave base. I showed this off last episode as part of the complete guide to Scotland. My favorite place to start in Scotland. It is 1879, something like that. And we're all set up here, and this is where I did the bulk of my horsemanship, my horse breeding. So come on in. We got this guy. Good all-arounder, but I'm going to be taming this guy for fighting. So melee and stamina. He's going to be a war horse. And I have 6 horses all in, and I think they're going to be 2 fighters, 2 speed hossies, and 2 weight hosses. So these 2 guys in the middle, the light-colored ones, they fighters. Check that out. Melee, 320, excellent stamina, good guy. Over here, these are going to be your speed horses. So brand new, still getting some legs under him. You need that, and you need that. So a couple of speed horses on the way. These guys have low health, so I figured they'll be runners. And then we get these guys over here. This is my original, who we had last episode. She was named Shakolad. New name. She's a weight horse. Carries 600 as it stands now, and this one is going to become a weight horse. Way better already than the other one. So she's sort of an all-rounder. I kept her around for a long time. He's going to be a pure weight beast. So what we're going to do today, guys, I'm going to take this guy. We're going to ride for the desert. We're going to take a break. Enjoy yourselves, geeks. Remember to click the like button if you haven't. And when I'm back in your life, we will be surrounded by sun and sand. Can't wait. Welcome back, guys. I have been struggling to figure out how to preview and show off this desert area. I think we're going to hang out at the 4 corners of it, just so you get a size of the scale. So I'm at the sort of, here, let's double fist it. I am at the northeastern corner of the desert, 46 and 79 on my map, and we are on the far side of a semi-visible barrier called the Visqueen. If I hop down here, we're going to be able to get back up. I think so. So the visqueen is the border that the developers put in place to separate the work in progress parts of the map, which right now is maybe around 30%. It's the whole bottom right quadrant of your map there. It's the border they put up to keep that area separate from the finished areas while they work on it. Now, if you play on console, or if you have the default settings on your server, that barrier is impermeable. You cannot pass through it. However, if you change a server setting, and I'll try and remember to put it in the description, you can pass through that border. We're going to see it pop up here any sec. Am I on the far side of it now? Yes, there it is. Okay, so see this border, guys? See this? This is the visqueen. Now, we have a setting enabled on this server that lets us pass through it. We just got to pop through, and we're on the other side. We did that in episode 12. Jules and I went to visit a small finished area in the large unfinished area, and that's actually what we're going to be doing today. This, however, unlike the Patreon temple, is not new. This area has been semi-finished for a little while, and it's the only part of the desert that you can say that about. And I think the people on this server should take credit for that area being finished. Just to give you guys a little history, this server started in April or May when Ragnarok was just a 30% finished Steam Workshop map. And then it became a sponsored mod. It became a map that the developers of Wildcard, the developers of Ark, paid for to have developed. And then it became official DLC because it's the best of those maps, and we love it. But we were the first people playing here, guys. Arahli The Geek and myself were the first YouTube creators these developers ever supported over on Patreon. And I think I'm going to talk more about Patreon towards the end of this chunk of the video if you guys are cool with it. But they backed us, and I think they probably back MonkeyPuzzle and Aaron B now. Those guys might have both started Patreons in the last few weeks. And when we were here, we were the first people here. Those guys wanted to come to the desert. They wanted to tame up, a thorny dragon and a Jerboa. So they built an outpost. They passed through the border, climbed over these epic mountains, looked at what lays south of them, and they found a little spot to build an outpost. And if I'm not mistaken, after they did that, the developer said, hey, well, hell, you guys are the only YouTubers we know playing on our map. We're going to go over there, and we're going to finish up a little area around your outpost. I think that is the history. I think that's how it happened. And I think it's down here. Let's see if we can spot. I can't see it at all. It might be on the other side of that little mountain, or it might not exist. We might be in a totally unfinished area. So these mountains are the most intense mountains in the whole game. I think I'm going to put you there. Yeah, we're going to do this. I put you on follow? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. So that horse ain't going to take any fall damage. We're going to drift down in search of our little desert paradise outpost. When I find it, guys, I will bring you back. All right, hey. No. Let's ride. Okay. Desert be a dangerous place. Oh, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Okay, guys, that is the little oasis, the little outpost in the sand, in the dunes. I normally turn up my brightness on my videos. Promise you I won't be doing that today. Good lord, is it bright out here. Alright, I'm hoping to lose these couple of freaks before we move into that area. But this is currently the only finished part of the desert map that I know of. Now, in episode 15, 16 of this series, we checked out the new desert islands to the southeast. Those are southwest, pardon me. Those are finished. And if you need Jerboas, if you want to gather sand and cactus sap, that's the place to go. This is just a little hidey hole out here that Dave, Matt, and Jackson, the developers, built, I think, for the Ironmine crew to surround our outpost out here. Oh, and that's the edge of the ocean. I see water. Let's delve into this. So these are the little trees okay, these things are everywhere. We're going to have to get inside and seal the gates. Am I being chased? No, okay, yes, I am, but not badly. So we get inside. Okay, come on. Oh, yeah, okay. This is bad horsemanship. Get inside and close this door. Okay. Phew. Good design, by the way, guys. Very good design. So we leave our horse here. I like this. I like this little... So, like, if you do get chased in here, it's not getting into the heart of the base. So they built this... This is always a good idea. A long while back. I am at 5783. And this is... Like I said, a little outpost in the desert. And when this was built is when this part of the map was developed. And you can correct me if I'm wrong on that, guys. But what I want to do while we're out here, avoid Thylas and potentially tame ourselves a little shoulder kitty. Tame ourselves a Jerboa, a little companion. Oh, you still unfollow? I forgot about that, sorry. Okay, let's ride. Yes, there isn't much to our little outpost except a place to spawn, a place to keep your dinos, and some crafting. Oh, yeah, let's ride straight out. You can close behind yourself. Yeah, there we go. All right, so dangerous area, guys, but lots of trees, lots of cactus sap to be had out here. And I think if you break the rocks, you probably get some sand out of them. We'll do a little test look right here. And make sure... Okay, yeah, we'll do it in a sec. We'll worry about that later. So what would you get... Whoops, with this? Sulfur and stone. And, okay. Okay, more sulfur. These are all sulfur rocks. Okay. Same with this. Yep. What about this? This has got to be sand. I feel it. Yes, okay, so stone and sand that you get from that. And is the pick better for sand? My memory's horrific. I'm drinking all my water like an idiot. Okay, no, I don't know what's better. I think it's actually the axe. But I believe that's what we got right now, is just this little area. And there is an outpost in the middle of it. I am going to head over to this coast, fill up my water jar, and we are going to ride for another corner of this map. We're going to head... I'll see if I see a Jerboa. If so, we'll stop. I got some plant species Y set aside to tame him with. But if I don't see a Jerboa... Yeah, we'll just move on. Okay, guys. I'm going to go over to this water, and then we're going to ride to the... I guess it would be the bottom right corner of this map. It's going to be around 90, 80, I guess. And I'll show you how far this desert extends. It's huge. So the slightly finished area up there, guys, I would be hesitant to build there. You are on the far side of the border, and nothing over here is permanent. They may change the terrain, they may change climate, biome, where rocks exist, a billion little things like that. This area is so not done that I would hesitate to build here. If you're thinking about it, and you're itching to build in the desert, go to those islands down in the southwest. Excuse me. Alright guys, so I'm coming to the edge of the map. You see that longitude creeping up towards 90. I still have... I'm only 2/3 really. I'm only 2/3 of the way to the bottom of the map. I'm in the 60s. I gotta get to around 90, so I'm gonna keep riding. So an interesting challenge that these developers are facing, that I haven't talked about at all, is that they're trying to do things different than some of the other Ark maps. I mean, for one, this is the first official map to give away Scorched Earth stuff for free. There already is, but there will be a whole free desert, and you will get Morellatops, and you'll get Thorny Dragons, and you get all that. Another great thing that came with Scorched Earth that would be great if they could incorporate it into the base game is weather. In the base game, we just get rain, and if you live on the center, that gets old because it's constant. Here in Scorched Earth, all kinds of weather. There's electrical storms, superheat, sandstorms. The challenge that the developers are facing is figuring out how to bring those things into the game for their desert region, but not have the same sandstorm affect you when you're in the snow biome. The Scorched Earth map is all desert. It doesn't matter that those effects cover the entire map. And on the island, it doesn't matter if it's raining on Craig's Island, it's snowing at the top of the White Fang Mountain, whatever it's called, and it's raining at the Hidden Lake. But here, you don't want the same weather applying everywhere, and they have had a big challenge trying to figure that out. I'm a fan of these guys. It's Dave, Jackson, and Matt are the three developers of this map. I think they're the best, and I think... without a doubt, this is the best Ark map. Even only 3/4 finished or whatever the heck it is. Those guys I actually support on Patreon. They have been crushing goals. And I mentioned Arahli and I were two of the first YouTube creators they decided to back on Patreon. And I think as we go into a break here and I head towards this little southern corner of the map, southeastern corner of the map, man, I'm getting those backwards, is the moment I'm going to take to ramble about my Patreon. And apologies, if you're brand new to the series, you probably don't care to hear this. Go ahead, skip 2-3 minutes and go watch the last chunk of the video. But for you guys who have been around a long time, now is a very exciting time for me. I had to leave my job this month because they were kind of screwing me over. I've been working in the restaurant industry since I was in my early 20s. I'm now in my still kind of early 30s. So yeah, it's probably a 10-year career in the restaurant industry. And I really hoped that the job I had up until the last few weeks is the last restaurant job I would have. I've been pursuing this YouTube thing now for 2.5 or so years, really loving it, enjoying all my time doing this. It's the highlight of my week when I get to spend time with you guys and making content like this. And goddamn, how huge is this desert? Lord, I don't have this much stuff to talk about. Can you imagine when this is done, guys? This is going to be an 8-episode series, an 8-episode mini-series, exploring the new desert. I can't wait. Yeah, that's my goal. My goal is to get to do this, to make videos for you guys, and have that be the only thing I need to do to pay my bills. And there are 2 real ways I'm making income right now. Up till last week, there were 3. One was my restaurant job. One was money from the ads you'll watch, and there'll be one coming up in a minute. And the other is from my Patreon, which we started back in January. Support on the Patreon has been blowing up this month, and I haven't been talking that much about my lost job or the fact that I'm trying to make a go of this on YouTube, but I am not rushing out to get that next job, guys. I think I'm going to spend the next couple months having fun and making videos. I got a little money saved, and if I go through it all, so be it. But if I don't, if I manage to start getting... Oh, there's my Jerboa. Okay, we'll come back for you. Found all the Jerboas and all the Lystros. We just got to lose this Thyla. And man, okay, are we on the bottom chunk of the map now? Let's take a little look-see. But anyway, guys, the one thing I was going to say, if you've been watching this channel a while, if you have been a fan or a supporter, here, you go off this cliff, buddy. And we'll go up the other side and hopefully leave you behind. You follow us up here? I guess they can follow us up anything, right? Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, let's get them hung up on this iguanodon. There we go. All right. So, rambling like a mofo, guys, but if you have been around this channel for a long time, if you've thought about joining that Patreon and you never have, maybe make this the month you think about it a little harder. Because for me, if the support on Patreon in October, November, December keeps growing like it is, I may not have to go back. I may not have to go track down that restaurant job, and I may get to just keep doing what I'm doing, which is exploring, which is building, which is playing Ark, and which is hanging out with you guys in videos and in streams. So now is the time to think about it. Anyway, guys, no pressure. And I am going to tame myself a Jerboa. We're going to take a break. We have come down one coast of the desert. We have another one to come across, and then we'll come up in between the new finished area in the southwest and the unfinished desert. All right, enjoy the break. I will be right back, geeks. You're welcome back, guys. Got myself a little Jerboa. Yeah, you're looking good, bud. So we are at like 80-60. I'm trying to get at least to 80-40. There hasn't been much to show. I came down to that bottom corner of the map. That first little harbor you see on the bottom looks just like this one. What I whistle. It's full of these like little sandbars, definitely unfinished. So the only way I can think of to actually show you the scale of this is to just record uninterrupted and to show you. Why don't I play a little music, guys? I'm gonna just ride. We're gonna ride all the way around the curve of this map until we see something that is done. We'll just play a little music. We'll do a little time lapse, and you'll get to see how much riding there truly is in this desert and how big it is. Hit it.
Free, I'm feeling so free. No one can make a mic clap his hands like we do. I need to make brains blast like they have a dose of crack. Battle every tech till they have a rap attack, and I'll rap. That's the passion I have. Are you mad? Cause it's part of my genes. I had to count our position. 1, 2, there's no more competition. Boom. Scoobity bop, watch the bomb explode. Riding for my bro, so I put a show. Grabbing a mic to speak about our dreams. Cause this is how we roll. How we roll.
I'm waking up. I rise from where I start. Hey, I get around. Stay true all of the time. Oh, here's your chance. Come and take it. Don't be scared.
Yep, only about halfway there. Back at it.
It's a revelation, and inspiration. Yeah.
Scoobity bop, watch the bomb explode.
The bomb explode.
Riding for my bro, so I put a show.
I put a show.
Grabbing a mic to speak about our dreams. 'Cause this is
Good
how
lord,
roll.
we did it, guys. We've been around the entire desert. So up ahead is the Wyvern area. Episode 16, 17. We visited there. There's an epic cave full of crystals. Episode 14 and 15 we spent on the islands. Now those are directly ahead of us, some of them at least. And I think somewhere around here we are going to rediscover that visqueen, that invisible border. Okay, so I've stepped out of, you can see that, the lighting changes from desert to temperate. Where's the lighting change? There. Okay, so desert and temperate. Okay, cool. A big old bay, and this is yet unfinished. This is bigger than Viking Bay, isn't it? Oh, yeah, massively bigger. That's cool. So, where is the visqueen? Where is the border? Is it out in the middle of the water? Let's head for these finished islands, and we'll see if we see it. There we go, guys. So we did it. We are on the far side. Let's take a look so you guys can see. So, off to our right is the desert. If we follow this invisible visqueen barrier up, it's going to curve to the right, and it's going to come around behind the Redwoods where we started, and you will see, God, from like 45 on the longitude to 90, and then from 40 on the latitude to 90. It's not a quarter of the map, guys. It's more than a quarter of the map for sure. That is still incoming, still headed our way. I think I've shown you the basics of it. One thing I will do, even though we've already been there, is ride for the desert islands and show you those coordinates and what those look like. This area here, yet unfinished. Today, we do a little preview of the massive desert that's coming to Ragnarok. But for those of you dying to get a Jerboa and not able to pass through that border, I'm going to show you when and where you can do it, where you can find salt, where you can find sand, and where you can find cactus sap. And that's how we're going to end today's video. Okay, give me a minute, guys. I'm going to ride for that area, and I will be right back. So the next area to get finished is going to be that desert. The most recent area to be finished was the southwest. Mostly islands, but a lot of mainland. And, whoa. Oh, those are dogs. Okay, we gotta run. I was like, are those little jerboas? Yeah. Those are hyenas, I think. God, I don't even recognize those things. Weird. But this area, even the mainland, is full of desert-type species. I'm seeing scorpions, I'm seeing hyenas, and off to our left, out there, are true desert islands. I'm going to follow along this beach. That's the best way to get there, and I'll take you out there. On my Patreon server, and throwing back to that, for the people who support me on Patreon, there is some cool rewards, one of which is our ARC servers. We get a few of them on the go, and we just restarted our Ragnarok ARC server, and we had to pick a community base area, and everybody was really eager to get to and visit these new areas. Oh. And so they let me pick the base location, and I picked that beach over there, that point here at the very tip of my antenna. Between us and there is the Wyvern area. I think I'm gonna go a different way. I was gonna follow along this beach to take you out. I'm gonna go a different way. I'll be right back. Oh, allosaurs. Okay, we gotta go. Yeah. Shoot. Stay away. Stay away. Okay. Alright, we gotta run. See ya. Okay, the dangers of this map. Sweet baby Jesus. I feel like I'm gonna be in peril no matter which way I go. Oh, that's gonna get this horse killed, isn't it? I think I'm gonna choose sharks and mantas over wyverns, but hopefully survive them all. Yeah, I'm pretty quick. Whatever this horse's speed or oxygen is, I don't know which one's going to actually improve this swimming. It's good enough. I think we're going to make our escape. Okay, guys, take a look. 85, 33, 32, something like that. And this island we visited in the past, all herbivores. It's just Dimetrodons and Jerboas. I think that's the whole island. And if you head for this one over here, be ready, because that one is the opposite. It's all predators. It's like Carno Island. But there is a lot of space out here. So while you're waiting for the Ragnarok main desert to be finished, come and hang out on the desert islands. They are beautiful. They will take your breath away, and you definitely find an amazing home here. Guys, that does it for this episode. On my way here, I found somewhere else I want to visit next episode. Another spot to check out. I don't know if it makes a whole episode on its own, but we'll definitely spend some time there over on those islands out that way. And maybe we'll cover the lands up the coast. But after that, I want you guys to weigh in. And this is beginning of the episode, I asked you to like it. Middle of the episode, I asked you maybe go check out my Patreon page. End of the episode, I have one simple request. Let me know what to do next. Episode 18 was a complete guide to Scotland. People really liked it and asked me to do more. If there is a region, hell, I'm going to have to pick the region I know best to do it. So just let me know if you want to see more like episode 18. Episode 19 going to be more like this. And then episode 20 is up to you guys. So either that for episode 20, either another complete guide, or we tame a sea mount and we explore underwater for the first time in this series in episode 20. Let me know what you want to see. Complete guide to, say, the Redwoods or the jungle. Those are two areas I know pretty well. A bunch of base locations, bunch of resource locations, stuff you need to know. Or do we do what we did today? Get a mount and just amble, explore, and see what there is to see, except do it underwater. All right, guys, I have made this quite a hell of an episode. Thank you for checking it out. I appreciate the love and support on this series. This is the Ragnarok Explorers Club. I'm UniteTheClans. Popping up on your screen right now is a playlist for this series if you're brand new. Click on the one with the picture of episode 1, and if you just want to catch up on what we've done recently, click on the one that says new episodes and watch the newest, most recent episodes first. Geeks, that does it. I'm UTC, and I will see you in the next episode of the Ragnarok Explorers.